Well, good evening and welcome into the Bank of Colorado Event Center and welcome into a Wednesday night of college basketball action on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. It's the Northeastern Junior College Plains women and Plains men tonight for a doubleheader against the Otero Rattlers, beginning a second time through Region 9 South play. Our pregame show is brought to you by Northeastern Junior College. From Plains to Possibilities, Northeastern Junior College has the educational path for you. Stop by and see what sets them apart on their website at njc.edu. And we will make sure that you get your 2026-27 educational path off on the right foot. Plainswomen 3-4, first time through Region 9 South play. Otero 4-2. Both teams' overall record this year definitely is not representative of how well they've played the first time through Region 9 play. The Plainswomen 7-16. They were 4-12 outside regional play. The Rattlers were 1-13 outside Region 9 South play this year. And part of the thing that helped the Otero Rattlers was that they got back Keilani Albert-Neha at Christmas break. The sophomore from New Zealand has averaged better than 20 points a game since returning to the lineup after the Christmas holiday. So that is a big factor when you're missing a player that can drop 20 a game that is, that kind of caliber. Then, you're definitely going to you're definitely going to look like a different team. The Otero Rattlers won the first meeting between these two just a couple weeks ago, back on the 23rd in January, down in La Junta. Otero took the 79-66 win. Albert Neha went for 24 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, while Daniela Garcia-Gasco for NJC went for 15 points, 16 rebounds, and 5 assists. I talked about it when we were covering the McCook games last week. On Saturday, and inside this region, the adage has always been in Region 9 South, you give up 15 points. Like being on the road, if you beat somebody by 15 at home, you're going to tie them on the road. If you lose, by 15 on the road, you're going to tie them at home. Well, actually doing the math over the last several years inside this region, I took some time because it's what I get paid to do is look at random numbers, among other things. And it's 7 points now in women's basketball in Region 9 South. Across the north with the bigger travel, there's a little bit more parity there. It's about 11.5 points a game in the Region 9 North play. But on the south, we haven't had as much parity on that swing. So Plainswomen losing by 13 on the road, 7 here at home, 6 here at home. It's going to be a little bit of a different case. But one thing that is a big factor, I talked with Kyle Herring, the head coach for the Lady Rattlers. They've been battling the illness that is going around, and he said, I'm hoping we're able to, because they're playing a back-to-back, just like Trinidad is, who's in Scotts Bluff tonight to take on WNCC. He said, I'm hoping that we can get off on the right foot, that we are feeling better than we have been in recent games. And I think this Otero Rattler team would definitely like to get that win and solidify their spot inside the top 4, because it's WNCC, because it's Lamar, and then Otero kind of feeling like they belong in that top 4 with McCook as that tied for third situation right now. NJC still has a shot with 4 of their final 7 games here at home to get themselves into that top 4 and host an opening round game in the Region 9 tournament. But they've got to do one thing well, and that's our key to the contest. Brought to you by Carpet Comfort Center, the largest selection of flooring across the Eastern Plains of Colorado. Carpet Comfort Center in the Broadway Plaza Shopping Center in Sterling, where comfort is their middle name. They have to control the pace of this game. This Otero team averages 86 possessions a game. NJC is at 75 possessions a game. So NJC is playing a contest that's going to get you about 150 combined possessions in a single ball game, whereas you're adding up to about 172, 173, what Otero wants to play on the season. They like to play a faster tempo. You need to slow this one down. The game plan tonight for the Northeastern Junior College Plainswomen has to be the same as the McCook game plan, which worked very well. You need to win a game in the 50s and the 60s. If this gets to 70, Otero's taking the dub. It's that simple. NJC can't win those high-scoring games with teams that play that high tempo. You can get high-scoring games in your slower pace, obviously with that set, but NJC, because of the lack of depth, and this is a team that would prefer to only play 7 and only has 9 suited this evening. So you need a slower tempo. That means a couple things. Controlling the glass is obviously one of them, something NJC's done well inside conference play. All metrics in conference play are up for NJC by a good margin. Instead of getting out-rebounded by 6 rebounds a game, they're only getting out-rebounded by 2 rebounds a game inside conference play. So that is going well. The turnovers are down. Instead of averaging 18 a game in conference play, they're only averaging 11 turnovers a game. But you're still going to have those turnovers. And the thing that got them against McCook on Saturday afternoon was the turnovers that they committed happened in that high arc and led to easy breaks and easy buckets for McCook. If you're going to turn the basketball over, and it's going to happen because you never have a 0 turnover game. If the turnover is going to happen, you've got to do it as you're driving down to the baseline so that there's no leak out, so that there's no fast break, no odd man rush that comes into play for the Otero Rattlers, because they do like to get up and down the floor. They like to put up a lot of shots. They put up about 8-9 more shots a game than NJC does. They get to the free throw line more often than NJC does. Otero has the weapons to be able to succeed on the road. Will the illness be a factor? That's the question. And can NJC control the tempo? Because if we're in a 62-53 type ball game like we were Saturday against McCook, I like NJC's chances to win here tonight against Otero and get themselves back even inside Region 9 South play. We'll take a break on this National Women and Girls in Sports Day, and when we come back, we'll get the Plainswomen underway against the Lady Rattlers. It's Northeastern basketball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Back inside the Bank of Colorado Event Center, we head toward tip-off for Northeastern Plainswomen basketball against the Otero Rattlers. It's 48 degrees outside. It's going to get into the high 60s here in Sterling tomorrow. It's February, but we're in the 60s, and it's going to be a hot ball game here tonight, Northeastern and Otero. As we set to meet, our starting lineups are brought to you by Stubbs. Hop off at exit 66A when you're traveling I-76 and stop by for a gem of a place. Gas, food, all your auto accessories, Stubbs, gas, and oil in Wiggins. The Northeastern Junior College Plainswomen 3-4 in Region 9 South play. The Otero Rattlers are 4-2. This begins the second time through Region 9 South play for the Northeastern Junior College Plainswomen, and officially marks the midway point for Otero. I believe it's Lamar, if I remember correct, that they have not seen. They'll have them twice in that second time through, but pretty much everybody is 7 games in. Let's go to the public address announce system, and we'll get this evening underway. Good evening and welcome to the Bank of Colorado Event Center for this evening's Region 9 South Women's Basketball Contest between the visiting Otero Rattlers and your Northeastern Plainswomen. Before we meet the starters for this contest, we ask that everyone please rise if able and remove cover as we honor our country with the playing of our national anthem. Now let's meet the starting lineups for this evening's contest. First for the visiting Otero Rattlers. A sophomore wearing number 10, Ichazdi Fernandez Arguello. A freshman wearing number 15, Brooklyn Kaiser. A sophomore wearing number 22, Ariadna Pastor Garcia. A sophomore wearing number 33, Kaylani Albert Neha. And a sophomore wearing number 44, Candela Roy Ibayabarba. The Otero Rattlers are coached by Kyle Herring.
Yeah, you know the drill. You know the drill. Yeah, you know the drill. You know the.
And now, let's meet the starting lineup for your Northeastern Plainswomen. She's a 5'5" freshman from Greeley, Colorado, wearing number 3, Madison Cepeda. She's a 5'9" freshman from Keensburg, Colorado, wearing number 5, Riley Phelps. She's a 6'1" sophomore from Spain, wearing number 8, Daniela Garcia Gasco. She's a 5'4" freshman from Marino, Colorado, wearing number 10, Veronica Beret. And a 5'6" freshman from Albuquerque, New Mexico, wearing number 23, Monique Sena. The Northeastern Plainswomen are coached by Bronson Moten. Let's play ball! Tip-off brought to you by Better Electric. Better does matter. 970-521-1030 in the circle to take the tip for the Northeastern Plainswomen. Daniela Garcia Gasco in the circle to take the tip is Echazny Fernandez Aguayo for the Otero Rattlers. Plainswomen in the home whites, gold letters and numbers. Rattlers in the navies, sky blue letters and numbers. Plainswomen win the tip and have the opening possession of the game, going right to left in this first quarter. Ball walked into the front court, and the offense will be set up. Daniela Garcia Gasco near the top of the key. Kicks baseline for Veronica Beret. Bangs iron, doesn't go, and Arguello comes down with the rebound. Quick toss for the Rattlers. Plainswomen get back and prevent the break. Secondary not there either, so forced into the half court are the Otero Rattlers. Ball be dished on the back door to Brooklyn Kaiser. Kaiser into the lane, 2 up, no good from Ibayar Biagba. And the rebound is pulled down by Riley Phelps. 45 seconds in, scoreless between the Plainswomen and the Rattlers. Veronica Beret in the right corner gives it out. Garcia Gasco to the left corner. Step in for Phelps from 16, knocks it in. Riley Phelps drains the bucket. Plainswomen take the lead at 2-0 in this opening quarter. A turnover for the Otero Rattlers as Pastor Garcia will walk it into the front court. And a lot of 2 last-name individuals from Spain, commonplace for them. Will attempt to get them all in, but it may end up just being one in the flow of the game. Garcia Gasco, top of the key for the Northeastern Plainswomen. Danny drives left side. She's blocked by Arguello, and the ball is picked up by Arguello on the loose collection. 8:35 to go first quarter. Far side 3 off the mark, no good. Riley Phelps down with the rebound on the missed long-range shot from Arguello. Top of the key, popping it. Cepeda off the mark, no good. Beret runs down an offensive rebound and works it back out up top to reset. Near side, Beret. She'll pull up from 15. Shot altered, and Arguello comes down with the rebound. Second block of the game. That one goes to Ibai Bariagba. On the near side, a drive in from Kaiser. She is tied up. Arrow will keep it with the Otero Rattlers. 2 minutes into the first quarter. It is 2-0 in favor of NJC over Otero. Inbound to the left of the hoop for Ariadna Pastor. Pastor on to the near side. We'll find Albert Neha. Albert Neha back to Pastor. Left corner 3, up and in. Knocking it down from downtown, Ariadna Pastor. And the lead goes over to Riley Phelps from downtown. She's short. Shot won't go. Rebound tipped, and Brooklyn Kaiser comes up with it. Looking to run the floor. Quickly go the Rattlers. Plainswomen again deny the break. Quick push up the far side, and a steal by Daniela Garcia Gasco as she jumped on the pass from Kaiser. Quick run back up the floor. Veronica Beret, left side of the lane. She draws contact. She'll head to the free throw line. Foul is on Kaylani Albert Neha. And Veronica Beret will shoot. Plainswomen basketball has been solid from the free throw line. As we mentioned in the pregame show, all metrics are up in 2026 from 2025. Free throw shooting for NJC has been a problem for several years as Beret misses the first. I can't remember the last time an NJC basketball team shot better than 65% from the free throw line. There's 0% today as Beret misses both. Still 3-2 Otero. Quick break up the floor in the trail to Albert Naha. Near corner for Pastor. She pops it. She drops it. So Pastor reins it in, and the Rattlers have a 6-0 run and a 6-2 lead. Nearly 3 minutes in. Long two for Daniela Garcia-Gasco off the mark. No good. Rebound cannot be saved by Veronica Beret, fighting for the position. NJC, after making their shot, they've missed their ensuing 5 and 2 free throws. Down 6-2, 3 minutes in. Albert Naha walks into the front court and will look to set the offense up. Work it around the perimeter to Brooklyn Kaiser. Kaiser feeds into the lane. Tip out of bounds by Monique Sena. Will still be Rattler basketball to the left of the hoop, and NJC will make a sub. Markella Pizarra will check in for Riley Phelps. Pizarra had to play a lot of minutes the other night because of foul trouble to Riley Phelps. Inbound pass, how about another steal? Daniela Garcia-Gasco rips away the entry pass into the lane. She'll bring it up the floor herself. Out to Beret onto the far side for Sena from downtown. The bank's open at the Bank of Colorado Event Center. Monique Sena gets NJC back within one, down 6-5, 6:20 to go in the first quarter. Near the top of the key, Arguello onto the far side. Kaiser. She'll pull up, left elbow, jumper goes in. Brooklyn Kaiser buries the bucket. Rattlers 3 for their first 5 from the floor and lead by 3, 8-5. Trot into the front court for the Plainswomen. A bad pass from Madison Cepeda is stolen away by Bayari Giagba. Quickly up the floor come the Otero Rattlers in transition. Kaiser's shot won't go, and Daniela Garcia-Gasco comes away with the rebound. Danny walks it back up. 5:45 to go in the first. Cepeda pumps 3, drives in, collision. She'll pop it up and drop it in. Madison Cepeda's first points of the game thanks to the Veronica Beret screen on the defender chasing her. Albert Naha brings it up. Veronica Beret is on the Rattlers' leading scorer, and she is able to force it in and force it up and through for her first points of the night. 10-7 Otero. 5:20 to go, first quarter. Left wing, Veronica Beret skips Powell the way across far side for Cepeda, who reins it up, won't rein it in. She goes for the rebound, and on the rebound we get a foul as it's collected by Otero and Albert Naha. It will be Madison Cepeda and her first, team's first. 5:05 to go in the first quarter. Keilani Albert Naha walks into the front court and sets the offense up for the Otero Rattlers, going left to right in this first half. High post pass goes to Arguello. Arguello, left side of the lane, floater up, does not go, and Markella Pizarra comes down with the rebound. Daniela Garcia-Gasco runs the floor, next dead ball, media timeout. Left wing, 3, up, 3, good! Monique Sena reins it in again. The Northeastern Plainswomen tie us up for the first time since the opening tip at 10 with 4:30 to go in the first quarter. Baseline floater off the mark, no good. Daniela Garcia-Gasco down with her second rebound, but then a bad pass turnover. She commits the foul as Brooklyn Kaiser stole it away and went for the block. So it will be free throws out of the media timeout with 4:23 to go, first quarter. NJC Otero 10-10 on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Northeastern Junior College Plainswomen and the Otero Rattlers tied at 10 as we welcome you back inside the Bank of Colorado Event Center. Bank of Colorado wants you to apply for the loan you need fully online or at one of their many locations. Bank of Colorado, member FDIC. Brooklyn Kaiser at the free throw line, misses the first. Like NJC, Otero has struggled from the line over the last couple of years, but has been decent this year. They go over 2 here, but get an offensive rebound, and then a steal by Becca Segerman, who came in after Ibaya Bariagba came away with the offensive board. Bad pass from Becca Segerman. It's stolen away by Bariagba, and then as she runs, she double dribbles, so a turnover back. So we've had 2 missed free throws, an offensive rebound, and 3 turnovers. Since the media timeout, Rattlers will make a couple changes. Onto the floor for them will come Aspen Autry, the freshman from Levita, and Rome Bile, the freshman from Aurora. Plainswomen sat down Madison Cepeda at the media timeout for Becca Segerman, who was our player of the game on Saturday. Pizarra, high post pass, drops it onto the low block for Daniela Garcia-Gasco, and she lays it up and in, and the Plainswomen take the lead back at 12-10. Ball be run into the front court. Bile, top of the key. She'll hand it off to Arguello, who launches a 3, doesn't go, and Daniela Garcia-Gasco comes down with the rebound. Plainswomen look to run and grow on their lead. They've led by 2 already once here. Now lead by 4 as Monique Sena drives in. Monique's 3 of 3 from the floor, and as the Plainswomen up 14-10. Rattlers sprint up. Albert Nea, their leading scorer since Christmas break, has been held to just 1 shot. Daniela Garcia-Gasco with a steal on her entry pass in. Plainswomen walk it back right to left in this first quarter. Top of the key, Daniela Garcia-Gasco bangs it in. Danny with 5 since the media timeout, and the Plainswomen lead by 7, the largest lead in the game. Albert Neha covered by Veronica Beret on the near side. Tosses on to the left wing for Aspen Autry. She drives in the lane, and a blocking foul called as Markella Pizarra stepped across and got into a space apparently that was already possessed by the offensive player. Looked like incidental to me. That's what Bronson Moton says as well, but he'll walk to the end of the bench. Rattlers bring in Dejane Bruner, the sophomore from Colorado Springs, and Bruner gets the ball off the inbound. Veronica Beret is on her. Off a screen, and now hounding Albert Neha. Tip on the basketball as Albert Neha drives in, feeds backdoor for Rome Bile. Rome off the window, doesn't drop, and the rebound pulled down by Daniela Garcia-Gasco. Plainswomen looking to add to their lead. Top of the key, Daniela Garcia-Gasco pulls up, pops it, won't drop it. Rebound tipped, out of bounds, last touched by NJC. Plainswomen are actually on an 11-0 run. They were down 10-6 to the Otero Rattlers. So they've been able to open up some of their offense, and a steal by Veronica Beret as she did end up completing it. She picked the pocket of Albert Neha. Plainswomen their 5th steal already in the game. They only averaged 7 a contest. 2 to go first quarter. Far side, Segerman, ball punched out of her hands. Pizarra picks it up from 10, won't roll in, and Bile comes away with the rebound for the Plainswomen. They'll press in the backcourt, try and get Albert Neha on her heel. She'll bring it past, and Bruner will try to help out on that big guard weave. It's pulled Daniela Garcia-Gasco out of the post with no true post out there. Drive into the lane, floater up, floater good. Albert Neha tickles the twine, her second make of the contest, and as many takes. JC. Daniela Garcia-Gasco around the perimeter to Monique Sena, top of the key. Fakes the end to the near side for Beret. Her 3 won't go in, and Albert Neha comes down with the rebound. Quickly brought up the floor by Albert Neha. It's stolen again by Veronica Beret, but she cannot complete the steal. No, she did complete the steal. They're going to reset the shot clock all the way up to 30. So they give Beret the steal off Albert Neha, and then she stepped on the end line. which is a turnover, and Veronica takes a seat as Riley Phelps comes back in. She's been a stud as Veronica on defense so far, limiting the leading scorer for the Otero Rattlers. Officials will converse. So they're going to wipe that steal off as the shot clock only goes to 23. Nothing but net, but it didn't go through the rim first from Ariadna Pastor. And the students who finished dinner early tell her what she just shot. Knocks it into the front court. Left side she goes. Becca Segerman, top of the key for Monique Sena. Sena behind the back in the lane, high off the window, will not go. Rebound out, last touched by Otero. So a fight for a team offensive rebound on the Plainswomen side to extend the possession. Inbound to the right of the hoop from Becca Segerman. Becca into Madison Cepeda near side. Madison zigs and zags off the window, doesn't go. Loose basketball picked up by Bile. Bile will try and run. Pastor to the near side for Bruner. Back out up top for Bile. She drives in. That is an offensive foul taken by Monique Sena. Bile ran over Monique Sena, who had the spot, and gets that turnover. Plainswomen have the final possession of the quarter and the arrow to start with it in quarter two. So this is essentially a 2-for-1 thanks to that charge. Cepeda brings it up, drops top of the key, downtown knockdown. Daniela Garcia Gasco reins it in. She has 8, and the Plainswomen lead by 8. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Quick run up, floater, back iron, doesn't go. Rebound down by Becca Segerman on the miss from Kaiser. That's a great first quarter for the Northeastern Plainswomen. They lead the Otero Rattlers 20-12. Our second quarter is next in Sterling on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Back at the Bank of Colorado Event Center for quarter number 2. Northeastern up by 8, 20-12 over the Otero Rattlers. Our second quarter is brought to you by Sidney Regional Medical Center in Sidney, Nebraska. Online, SydneyRMC.com. Don't let that injury keep you out of the game. Bad pass for the Plainswomen to begin quarter number 2 as Becca Segerman fed the ball wide of the intended target. So it is Segerman, Sena, and Cepeda in the backcourt. Phelps and Garcia Gasco in the front for the Plainswomen to begin this second quarter. Rattlers back to their starting 5. Pastor top of the key. Oh no, Aspen Autry is a bench player, as is the one taking the shot now near side. That's Daishané Bruner as Bruner knocks it in, and a timeout will be taken by Otero. You have that use it or lose it, so it'll be used very early, 30 seconds in. And the 30 turns into the full media, but we're not going to take that because we just got back on air here. This is game 2 of a 3-game homestand for the Northeastern Plainswomen. They will welcome in Trinidad State tomorrow night. These 2 days special for me. 17 years ago today, I started as the voice of Northeastern Junior College basketball on the road at Lamar as a fill-in and officially took over in March of 2009. So today's 17 years on the call at NJC. And tomorrow will be 1,500 games on the call as the voice of NJC. So always enjoy being able to bring you the Plainswomen and the Plainsmen. These are two fun rivalries as well, especially when you get them back-to-back. You're not playing, a midweek game. Like last week, we went North Platte Wednesday, we had McCook Saturday. Like this, NJCW, NCC travel partners, Trinidad, Otero travel partners, when they play each other back-to-back weekends, we always seem to get some great contests at both sides. And the Plainswomen have gotten off to a good start right now, 30 seconds into quarter two, now leading 20-14. Gordon Insurance wants you to make sure that you've got your insurance ready to mitigate your risk with your farm, your livestock, and in your everyday life. 970-526-6139. Far side, Senna 3 doesn't go. Rebound bangs into the water cooler next to the Otero bench. Monique Senna with 8 points. Daniela Garcia-Gasco with 8 points. The leading scorers for NJC, 6 apiece actually just 6 for Pastor. Albert Neha only has 4. Brooklyn Kaiser runs the floor. Room Bile near the top of the key. She'll hammer one off back iron that doesn't go. Rebound tipped, and Riley Phelps comes up with it. Phelps will find Senna, who runs the floor. Senna, top of the key. Segerman onto the near side. Quick entry into Riley Phelps. Post to post on the block. She goes Garcia-Gasco. Now high post Garcia-Gasco. Senna backdoor for Riley Phelps. She loses the basketball and ultimately gets stripped, and a turnover. 8:45 to go, and it is a one-possession game. A 3 far side from Aspen Autry. The former Levita Red Hawk drains it in, now 20-17. Into the lane, Daniela Garcia-Gasco, post to post. She goes for Riley Phelps, misses the shot and the putback. Riley just couldn't get that point blank to go down either time. Rattlers look to run the floor with Aspen Autry. She'll toss it off to Bruner. Bruner kicks far side. 3 in the tie. Kaiser banks it in. Brooklyn Kaiser ties us for a second time in the game at 20 all. Not even 2 minutes into quarter number 2. Fresh 5 at the table for Otero next whistle. Pass across. Segerman on the right block. She draws the foul. She'll head to the free throw line on the first foul on Ariadna Pastor Garcia this evening. So Pastor, one of 5 who take this seat. The Rattlers will have Jayla Mora on for the first time in the game. Kaylani Albert Neha returns. Echazny Fernandez Arguello returns. Haley Lang is on for the first time in the contest. Candela Roy Ibaibariagba is in as well. Segerman gets both free throws on this trip, so NJC has a 22-20 lead. Ibaibariagba will bring it into the front court. Arguello, top of the key, 3 doesn't go. Riley Phelps up. She pulls away her 4th rebound of the contest. Find Monique Senna will run the floor. Monique feeds into the lane to Segerman. Segerman off to Cepeda. Quick release 3 far side. The bank not there. Tip, rebound. Segerman put back won't go. Tip, rebound. Garcia-Gasco put back will go. Daniela Garcia-Gasco in double figures with 10 now, and the Plainswomen grow the lead back up to 4 at 24-20. Backdoor feed right to the window, too strong on the tape goes Arguello, and the rebound is pulled down by Riley Phelps. Monique Senna walks it into the front court. Senna. Segerman, Garcia-Gasco, baseline, Cepeda, reverse layup, finds the rim. Madison Cepeda drops it in, and the Plainswomen push that lead back up to 6. After giving up an 8-0 run to begin the quarter, they're on a 6-0 of their own. Ibaibariagba nearly loses the basketball in the lane. Back out up top, she'll find Jayla Mora. Mora gives it off, gets it back, right corner, baseline. Garcia-Gasco punches it out of her hands and out of bounds. Seven on the shot clock, inbound to the left of the hoop for the Otero Rattlers. Baseline, Segerman blocks the shot from Ibaibariagba. Out up top, Monique Senna blocks the shot. So back-to-back blocks for NJC to get the shot clock violation. back in comes Kaiser. She will replace Ibai Bariagba, who takes a seat. Monique Sena walks it into the front court. Monique feeds. Riley Phelps. Window shot doesn't go. Gets her own rebound. Scrum for the basketball. It is Otero ball as NJC began with it in the quarter. .6:19 to go in the first half. And Kaylani Albert-Neha will walk it into the front court. Albert-Neha, high elbow jumper. Rim doesn't go in, and the rebound down by Riley Phelps. That's already 6 in the first half. Plainsmen don't have the transition. Walk into the front court. Far side three. Sena, shot up, doesn't go. 7th rebound for Riley Phelps. Can't get her putback to go. Rattlers will turn, and they look to run the floor, pushing out in front. Haley Lang, the trail from 26, knocks it through. Haley Lang's first points of the contest gets Otero back within 3, 26-23. Sagerman from 15, left wing, too strong, rebound long, picked up by Arguello. Looking to run, Arguello, 1-on-4, didn't get the shot to go, and Riley Phelps comes down with the rebound. Phelps has 8 rebounds in this first half. That's 3 shy of the entire Otero team total. Daniela Garcia-Gasco, shot no good. Riley Phelps, how about a 9th rebound? And she bangs it in. She has 4 points and 9 boards now. Lead up to 5 halfway through quarter number 2. Near side, 3 up. No good. Riley Phelps fighting for the rebound. She'll get it. She got the jump ball, tying up with Arguello, and that will take us to the media timeout. It's 28-23 NJC over Otero, 4:49 to go. No, we didn't have the media timeout. That was 30 seconds into the quarter, so we keep it here. My bad, I forgot that we extended a timeout, not even a possession into quarter number 2. So the Plainsmen walk it up. Cepeda near side into the lane to Phelps, and the loose basketball goes out of bounds off of Segerman. Veronica Beret will check in, as will Markella Pizarro with 4:38 to go. Cepeda and Phelps taking a seat. Said the Plainsmen needed to control the tempo of this game, and they've done that thus far by controlling the glass and limiting their turnovers. Just 7 so far in the lane and running 2. Brooklyn Kaiser knocks it down. She has 7. That's a team high for Otero. They're back within 3. Markella Pizarro near the top of the key. Pizarro traveled, trying to find Segerman backside. So just as I lauded the lack of turnovers, the Otero Rattlers walk into the front court. Albert-Neha come onto the right wing for Kaiser. Kaiser in the lane, takes a tumble, no travel call. Bronson Moton sits down on the bench. Far side 3, off rim, doesn't go, and Daniela Garcia-Gasco comes down with her 6th rebound of the game on the miss from Autry. Quick up, far side 15-footer. Veronica Beret tickles the twine. So Beret grows the lead back to 5. First points of the night for B. A walk into the front court for Albert-Neha. Right wing, Pastor. Gives it into the lane, Albert-Neha. Kaiser, far corner 3, way too strong, and Pizarro comes down with the rebound. She'll find Sena, who looks to run. 3:15 to go in the first half. Sena drives in, floating 2 up, rolls rim, doesn't go in. Albert-Neha comes down with the rebound, and we get a whistle. First foul in the quarter on NJC. Markella Pizarro picking up her 2nd. So you'll go back to Monique Sena for NJC. So 4 guards and Daniela Garcia-Gasco. No. Segerman is going to sit instead of Pizarro with 2 fouls. It's an interesting strategy there, Cotton. We'll see if it pays off. 3:05 to go in the first half. Rattlers bring it up, drive into the lane, kick across, top of the key. Pastor from downtown missed everything. Otero definitely likes to push the pace as Pastor takes a seat. And Dejane Bruner will come back in for her. Monique Senna walks it up, sets it up. Garcia Gasco, baseline 15-footer, shot no good from Madison Cepeda. Rebound collected by Albert Neha. She'll toss it out in front, no run in transition for Kaiser, no secondary trail. Bruner on the low block, puts one high off the window that doesn't go, and the rebound pulled down by Daniela Garcia Gasco. 2.5 to go in the first half. Veronica Beret, far side for Markella Pizarra. Downtown three, doesn't go down, and the rebound is contained by Albert Neha for the Otero Rattlers. She tosses it in transition, and the Plainswomen get beat for the first time in the game on the break. Brooklyn Kaiser found by Aspen Autry to lay it up and in. Back within three, it's 30-27 NJC as Cepeda goes into the lane, tied up. Arrow keeps it with NJC. 1:59 to go in the first half. Inbound to the right of the hoop from Beret. Beret dropping it in, and it's stolen away by Albert Neha. Her first steal of the game. She looks to run, and it's stolen away by Daniela Garcia Gasco. Plainswomen back. Pizarra to the rack. Lays it up and in. Nice feed by Madison Cepeda to drop that in. That's the 9th assist of the ball game for the Plainswomen. 13 made shots. 32-27. Into the lane. Pizarra takes the offensive foul, playing with two fouls. She stepped in, and Dejane Bruner ran her over. She took a chance there. The bench will let her stay on with two fouls with 93 seconds left. As Madison Cepeda will walk it into the front court. Cepeda swings it far side. Senna from downtown rolls rim, doesn't go in. And Bruner comes away with the rebound for the Otero Rattlers. Quick toss up the floor in transition. Plainswomen don't get beat on the break by Autry. Rebound is contained by Monique Senna. Monique runs it back up. Pulls up from 10, rolls rim and doesn't go in. And Markella Pizarra is tagged with the foul, I think, on the floor. Or did they get Otero underneath? They got Otero underneath. Kaylani Albert Neha is whistled with the foul. She's lobbying that she was being held by Pizarra. That's what I saw, and thought Pizarra had picked up her third. Quick drop into Madison Cepeda, and she's fouled on the shot by Haley Lang. So Madison Cepeda will head to the free throw line. Plainswomen 2 of 4 from the free throw line this evening. Cepeda 4 points. Make it 5 as she knocks in the first. Getting what you expect from the three you expect it from. Second free throw doesn't go, and the rebound is contained for the Otero Rattlers by Albert Neha. She'll run the floor, and a foul whistled on Madison Cepeda, so that's 2 fouls on her. 57 seconds to go before halftime. Rattlers bring back in Rome Bile, replacing Haley Lang for the closing minute of this first half. Kaylani Albert Neha with it top of the key. She drives in. Big block out of bounds by Veronica Beret. Swatting the shot to the wall. Third block of the quarter for the Plainswomen. Inbound to the right of the hoop for the Otero Rattlers and Kaylani Albert Neha. She drops it in. Kaiser trying to draw a foul, buckling on the inbound, but didn't get the foul called. Off the near side, Autry goes high post for Bruner. Top of the key, Albert Neha from 25. Yes, she knocks it in. She's 3 of 3 in the game. She's made the 3 shots she's taken. That's the first from 3 to get the Rattlers within 3. Second differential, shot clock, game clock. Madison Cepeda brings it up the floor. Ball tipped. Beret picks it up baseline. Too strong on her take, and Albert Neha comes down with the rebound. Beret will get on her as the Rattlers have the final possession of half 1. Also the first of half 2 with the arrow. Top of the key, Albert Neha, 5 to go. Beret on her, pushing her out further. She'll now drive, and an offensive foul. Madison Cepeda steps in and takes the charge, and that is now 3 fouls on the leading scorer since Christmas for Otero. The Plainswomen have taken 3 charges in this first half, and they'll head to the locker room up 3. 33-30. NJC over Otero at half. Region 9 South Women's Basketball is on the Eastern Plains Sports Network.
Two more people, I need 2.
Back at halftime, the Northeastern Junior College Plainswomen lead the Otero Rattlers 33-30. Our halftime show brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan. Borrow your money and do your banking with people you know and people who know you. Equitable-savings.com. We're joined by Plainsmen basketball head coach Eddie Trinkle. This is a great Plainswomen basketball team right now. They're controlling the glass, they're not turning the ball over, and they're doing everything right through the first 20 minutes.
And they're, I thought, the struggle they had down there was Otero. Every time Otero scored, they jumped into that press, and they're keeping him off balance, and they're not letting him jump into the press, and it's really helped them get the ball up the floor quick, and do some things. And like you said, they're rebounding really, really well, and then they're hitting open shots.
When I look at the rebounding end of things, how important is a player like Riley Phelps that isn't going to, go out and double every night, but she's going to do the dirty work down underneath? That player is invaluable on a team, isn't she?
Yeah, I mean, we always try to get 5 or 6 of those. I think those players, the players that do the little things to win games, whether it's take a charge, dive on a loose ball, and when you can get your best players to do that too, which Riley is a pretty good player. She's turning into a really good player here, when you can get those really good players to buy into that, now all of a sudden you're really good. So but you need those tough kids to really kind of set that tone for you. And then help those other kids who've never had to do that, right? Because they've always been the guy they've always been the person asked to hey, hit the big shot or do this. And Like I said, I'd take 5 or 6 of her every year on a team,
Yeah, no doubt about that. You guys are beginning the second time through Region 9 South play. You're playing a team that you played 11 days ago, so you're familiar with them. They're familiar with you. How big is that intangible for you guys coming into tonight, even though you won by 13 on the road?
Well, I think it's big just to know, when you play somebody and then play them a month and a half later, sometimes you forget what they look like, and we're not going to forget, this game tonight and then the game tomorrow night, the game tomorrow night put a bad taste in our mouth. So, tonight, our kids know too, you look at Otero's overall record and everybody's like, oh, they're not very good. I'm like, no, that's a very, very good team that's played a lot of close games, a ton of freshmen. They're trying to figure out how to win games. And, I tell people all the time, the McCook coach asked me last week, he said, hey, how do you win close games?
Yeah.
Because we've been in a lot this year. And I said, Coach, if I knew the secret of that, then we wouldn't have lost 20 games last year. Because out of those 20 losses last year, 17 of them were by 7 or less.
Yeah.
So, you think about that. If you would have won 17 games instead of lose 17 games, how good would have last year's team looked?
Yeah. Yeah. You mentioned those close games. I went and looked because I was curious on Saturday. You're 7-2 in games decided by 3 points or fewer this season, and the double overtime game against Casper. On your own home court, you don't want to do that.
No.
So what does your team need to do as we work second time through Region 9 play to avoid that? As much fun as I have calling those games, how can we get a 15-point win?
That's a good question, obviously the biggest thing is you're going to have to shoot the ball better, and then I think you have to continue to rebound the ball at a high level, give yourself second chances, and not just get a defensive rebound, but you gotta double them up on the offensive side. That's one thing we talk about. I think when we went down to Otero last time in the first half, they had a 5-point lead, I believe. And going back and watching the film, Ben, they were shooting 3 times to every one of ours.
Yeah.
They were offensive rebounding that well against us. We came out in the second half and we shut the offensive rebounds off. And we got back into the game, and that's how we got back into the game. And then because we offensive rebound, we were able to chip away, and not only chip away, but add to our lead and do some things. But, I feel like tonight's going to be a really tough game for us. I know that their best player, the number 24 kid, I can't remember his name. He's got a funny name. He's from Florida, but he can really score the basketball. He's had 2 games in a row where he's had over 30 points. And I think, if I remember right, it was like a double-double, 30 and 12, 30 and 10 or something like that. So, a really good player. We're going to have to keep him in check tonight, and then we can't let anybody else go off. That's the key to beating anybody is not let their best players do the things that they need to win games. So.
When we're coming into this second part of the season, you now know, and you and I are capable of looking at big picture. Yep. You want us to be hosting Region 9 basketball, March 12th, 13th, and 14th. And it's important to get these home games. It's important to find those wins. How do you convey that message to your guys without making it like a sense of urgency and getting into their head too much?
Well, we've talked about, for the past, since we've started regional play, we've really approached it one game at a time. We haven't even talked about Trinidad, and we play them tomorrow.
Right.
So we've really worked hard at just approaching it. This is a one-game season, And that's how we're going to approach it. Every game is equally as important. I've said this all year. I know a lot of people laugh at me when I say it, but every one of these games are going to be close. Mm-hmm. Everybody was like, oh, you're playing a team without a good record, blah, 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 and I'm like, so? Have you seen them?
Yeah.
If you haven't seen them, then don't talk, they're pretty good. So, but I think when you go into this second round of games, that's got to be, you can't look ahead. You can't look, past obviously anybody you're playing, but you can't look ahead. And I think that's the key is, if a young coach asked me and said, hey, what's the key to winning this region, I would say take it one game at a time.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, 14 games is a long season in regional play. Plus, not to mention, you know, you're still playing the north side teams, and you're trying to figure out how you stack up against them, you know, because at some point you will play them, you know. So I just, you know, I'm excited for our guys. I think we're playing at a high level right now, you know, and obviously, like, the key to that is just a lot of coaches have come up to me and they're like, man, your team is so tough, you know, like so tough. And that's always been our mantra every year I've been here is just like, we're going to out-tough you. We're going to battle. We're going to get loose balls. We're going to do things. And the teams that buy into that, Ben, and you know, by watching us play, the teams that have bought into that have won. So
yeah. 17 years doing this here at NJC. It's definitely my favorite, this Region 9 basketball and the rugged schedule that we have, and I'm looking forward to another good one tonight. Coach, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks, Ben. I appreciate it.
That's Eddie Trinkle, Northeastern Plainsmen. They tip at 7:30. Plainswomen lead 33-30 at halftime over the Otero Rattlers. Back with the second half next on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. We head to half number 2 back inside the Bank of Colorado Event Center. The Northeastern Junior College Plainswomen lead the Otero Rattlers 33-30. Our second half is brought to you by Rudy's Tires. They have several locations across the area, so there's always one close by, and if you can't get to them, they'll come to you on the farm. Rudy's Tires presents Eastern Plains Sports Today, weekdays at 1 p.m. for now on 1010 KSIR. Plains women in half number 1 dominated the rebounding battle 24-18. NJC on the year Their numbers are -5 in the rebounding margin. They were +6 in the first half. So a big swing on the glass led by Riley Phelps with 10 points. 10 rebounds. She has 4 points. Daniela Garcia-Gasco has 10 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and 4 steals. So stuff in the stat sheet. She does not have a block, of which Daniela Garcia-Gasco is actually number 2 on the all-time blocking list since we started tracking blocks here at NJC. She won't catch Sibel Diata. Sibel Diata had 189 blocks in 2 seasons here at NJC. I think it was 189. Maybe it was 169. It was a lot. But she moved into number 2 last week in North Platte on the blocking list. I compiled that today, so that's kind of a new one. We didn't have the blocks tracked. NJCAA didn't start keeping blocking stats until I think it was 07-08. When they did that, they started keeping steals in 2000, 2001. So you've got some of those career stats, and Daniela Garcia-Gasco in line for being in that steals category as well. I think she's, with those 4 steals tonight, just 8 away of top 10. Starting 5 on the floor for both teams, and Otero goes right to left to begin the third quarter. Drive down the left side of the lane, off the window, and in goes Arguello, her first points of the contest, and gets Otero to within 2. Plainsmen have started very slow in the second half this season. Got to avoid that here. Riley Phelps in the left corner. Ball on the floor, and it will be a turnover. Plainsmen now with 9 of those in the game. Quick run up the near side. 3 near corner for Kaiser, and the lead doesn't go, and Madison Cepeda comes down with the rebound. Cepeda sprints it up, drives into the lane, pushes at the rim, doesn't go in, and Albert Neha comes down with the board. Baseball pass up the floor looking for the run. Daniela Garcia-Gasco getting in the way, but Ibai Barriagba knocks it down, and the lead goes over to the Otero Rattlers. Their first lead since the first quarter. 34-33. Monique Sena, top of the key, slings it into the bench. So that's 2 turnovers and a missed shot for NJC in their first 3 possessions of this second half. Playing Otero's tempo, 5 possessions in a minute. That's 12 seconds of possession. That's not the tempo NJC wants to be playing. They want to be in that 16 to 17 range. High elbow, Kaiser out up top. 3 sits rim and doesn't go in from Arguello. Board pulled away by Monique Sena. Monique will run it into the front court. Dish onto the far side. Madison Cepeda. Euro step in, finds Daniela Garcia-Gasco, and she lays it through. A dozen points for Danny. NJC back in front, 35-34. Left wing, Kaiser with the ball for the Otero Rattlers. And a moving screen on Arguello. She leaned into Veronica Beret, trying to get back on the defensive side. Dribble across and then the dribble back, and she leaned on the second. 8:19 to go, third quarter. Madison Cepeda will walk it into the front court and set the offense up. Cepeda, Beret, Sena near side. Back to Beret. Then Sena, entry pass in. Garcia-Gasco, quick touch. Sena, right wing. Half the shot clock elapsed. 2 minutes into quarter 3. Dump down into the near corner. Monique Sena, too hot on the pass, and it sails out of bounds. Third turnover in 5 possessions in this second half for the Plainsmen. Far side, Arguello tries to Euro step through, drops it off near side, and a push off for Albert Neha. Far side, 3 kisses the front of the rim, and Madison Cepeda comes down with the rebound. That's the New Zealand sophomore's first miss tonight for the Otero Rattlers. Plainsmen run it up, drop into the lane. Riley Phelps is found for the easy deuce by Madison Cepeda. The Plainsmen push that lead back up to 3, 2.5 in to quarter number 3. Ibai Barriagba drives into the lane. Kick across, Pastor into the shot. Up, no good. Bodies hit the floor. And Pastor was fouled by Riley Phelps in the exchange. So the Spanish sophomore will head to the free throw line. $7:19 to go, third quarter. First charitable chance up and rattles in for Pastor. Rattlers only had 2 free throws in the first half. Missed them both. Second goes in. Pastor now has 8. Kaiser with 9. Albert Neha with 7. The top 3 scoring for Otero. 37-36 NJC. Garcia Gasco, Beret, corner, 15-footer. Up and good. Riley Phelps with 8 points. Good give off there again, and another assisted bucket for NJC to grow the lead to 3. Top of the key 3 off the mark, no good. That's from Ibai Bariagba, and the rebound is pulled down by Daniela Garcia Gasco. Monique Santa runs the floor. Danny, near side 3. Yes! Garcia Gasco reins it in. She has 15, and the Plainsmen lead by 6, 42-36. 6:42 to go in quarter 3. This is the Eastern Plains Sports Network. (42-36). NJC with the lead over Otero as we come back into the Bank of Colorado Event Center. Quarter number 3, our coverage made possible by B&J Plumbing. When plumbing problems arise, let them take care of you. 970-522-3828. Plainsmen make no changes on the media timeout. The Otero Rattlers don't either. Starting 5 on the floor for both clubs. Veronica Beret in the grill of Kaylani Albert Neha and tips it out of her hands and out of bounds. Boy, there is a grit about this Plainsman basketball team that we have not seen. Even last week in North Platte and last Saturday against McCook. This team has a different attitude right now, and I'm liking it. Near the top of the key, Albert Neha drives in. Scooper off the window. It tumbles in. She has 9, matching the Rattler lead. Had to get Beret off on a screen to get the shooter free. Monique Sena, left wing. She pops it. She drops it. Second Plainswoman into double figures with the 11 now. She's 3 of 5 from downtown. The lead is 7, 45-38. Pass into the lane. Ibai Bariagba out far side. Albert Neha, 3 clips. Rim doesn't go in. Long rebound near side picked up by Kaiser. And a reset. Near side 3 for Kaiser. She knocks it down, and Otero will utilize a timeout. Brooklyn Kaiser, the first Rattler in double figures, now with a dozen. 5:48 to go in the third, 45-41. The bonus timeout will be run here. So we get a third media in this second half, but we'll keep it here since we just got back. Culligan has water softeners and drinking water system available for rent. Call 970-427-8080 and get in contact with Culligan. Plains men basketball coming up next. You're listening on 94.5 The Ranch. Between games, 945theranch.com. You can listen online worldwide there as well. We'll flash back to March 2nd, 2021, that COVID spring, when head coach Eddie Trinkle got his 300th career win. Did it against Otero on a buzzer-beating game winner. One of the great memories that I've had in my first 17 years here at NJC. It's part of a 3.5-hour podcast of Inside Northeastern that is available on Spotify. Has been for the last week. It was episode 213, I believe, last Wednesday. 33 different basketball games, or total games, not basketball, volleyball, softball, wrestling, baseball, soccer. All the great memories that we've had in covering sports over the last 17 years, and I'm not going anywhere. Tomorrow will be 1,500 games. I got at least 1,500 more in me here. 45-41. 5:45 to go in the third quarter. Plainsman working left to right, bring it into the front court. Madison Cepeda trapped and fouled on the floor. As they fight for the steal, the foul will be on Brooklyn Kaiser. Had to make a change defensively if you were Otero to try and get NJC worked up offensively. Cepeda off the inbound, entry into Daniela Garcia-Gasco and a steal. Kaiser looks to run the floor, pushes out in front to the rack. She finds Arguello, and Arguello lays it up and in. Back within two have come the Otero Rattlers. Top of the key. Beret, Senna, near side. Bad pass to Garcia-Gasco. Gets loose on the floor. Will get a held ball, and the Arrow keeps it with the Plainswomen. So NJC inbounds the basketball. Dropping into Monique Senna. Monique, Beret, into Garcia-Gasco. Pulls out right baseline. Stepped on the baseline. Boy. Plainsmen need a bottle of Robitussin in this second half. That's 6 turnovers in 5 minutes since halftime after turning it over 7 times in the first half. Walk it up, feed down into lane E by Bariagba. Off the window, drops it through and ties us for a third time tonight at 45 all. Rattlers have scored last 3 times down the floor. Hand check as Cepeda tried to drive by Ibai Bariagba. Veronica Beret takes a seat. Becca Segerman will check on for NJC. Rattlers make a sub to their bench here for the first time in this half as well. Autry and Bruner on. Bruner covering Garcia-Gasco out to Cepeda. Yes, sir! Madison Cepeda drills one from downtown. Plainsmen retake the advantage, 48-45. Albert Neha walks it into the front court, looks to set it up. Tip by Daniela Garcia-Gasco. Far side, Albert Neha. Works to her left, top of the key off a screen, drives left side of the lane, kisses rim, doesn't go in. And the rebound down by Daniela Garcia-Gasco. Danny will toss it out in front. Monique Senna to Riley Phelps. Back to the trail. Skip across near side. Cepeda. Bang it again. Madison Cepeda, the third Plainsman in double figures. Lead up to 6, 51-45, under 4 to go in the third quarter. Top of the key, Rattlers. Albert Neha around near side, and a foul on the floor. Madison Cepeda attempting to tie up Aspen Autry will collect her third foul. Veronica Beret will check in. Correction, that is 4 on Madison Cepeda. So she had 3 in the first half. So she sits. Plainsman will be down the player that just drilled threes on back-to-back possessions. Shovel into the lane, and a pop on the dome as Veronica Beret went for the block on the Arguello shot. And V will pick up her first foul of the contest. We'll see Haley Lang, the 6-footer from Florida, for the first time in the second. Arguello misses the first free throw. Free throw shooting's going to get you if you can't figure it out inside this region. Second free throw goes for Arguello, and a timeout by Coach Herring, so we'll take it with him. 51-46 NJC. Still 3:37 to go in the third on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Plainswomen lead by 5. Still a lot of basketball to be played in this Region 9 South Basketball Affair. Back inside the Bank of Colorado Event Center. Coons Pump and Well Supply doesn't want you to wait until the last minute to solve all your irrigation well and watering problems. L970-522-2035. Otero out of the timeout. They have just one remaining. Change their press again, falling back into a half court. Looks like 1-3-1. Near corner three, up and in. Daniela Garcia-Gasco rains it down. She's 4 of 5 from long range tonight. The Plainswomen's Spaniard now has 18 and 9 rebounds, and the lead is 7 for NJC. Down far corner, long 2, up no good on the miss from Haley Lang, and there's the double-double for Danny tonight. She tosses it out to Segerman. Pass from Segerman is stolen away by Albert Neha. 2-on-1, and Segerman comes back and gets the steal after the turnover. She'll bolt up, and she gets it stolen away from her as she runs back the other way. So the Rattlers coming up with a couple steals. Didn't produce points the first time and won't here. Veronica Beret with the steal. 1-on-1 to the rack. She lays it in. Beret's third steal of the contest, and the Plainswomen lead by a game-high 9 now. 55-46 with 2:20 to go in the third quarter. Albert Neha walks into the front court. Baseball across. Near corner, it'll come for Arguello. Arguello back to Bruner. Entry pass into the lane for Lang. She tries to shovel it out and shovels it out of bounds. It's 3 straight possessions with a turnover for the Rattlers as Ariadna Pastor comes back in. NJC with 2 to go in the third. You push this to double digits on the road against a team that has been battling illness like Otero has. You're feeling pretty good. Segerman, right corner. Drops it off to Daniela Garcia-Gasco. Baseball across, stolen away by Albert Neha. She looks to run herself and feeds it. Too hot to handle for Aspen Autry. That's now 4 straight possessions with a turnover for the Otero Rattlers. Bronson Moton up, directing traffic off the bench. Riley Phelps, far corner, 16-footer, hammers iron. Rolls off on the right side. The rebound is pulled down. Quick toss into the front court. Onto the near side. The pass will come. That's for Pastor. High post. Bruner. Left elbow doesn't drop. Rebound tip. Last touch by Otero. It's NJC basketball. Even with that 3/4 court zone trap falling back into a half-court zone, NJC has not been pushed up in the late stages of this third quarter. Minute 13 to go. Far side, Riley Phelps, Daniela Garcia-Gasco, spin kick, baseline. Becca Segerman is fouled. She'll head to the free throw line. Aspen Autry picks up her first foul. Rattlers 4th of the quarter, but it was shooting, so 2 here for Becca Segerman. who has her only 2 points in the game from the free throw line. She rattles this first one in. It's a double-digit lead for NJC. They lost by 13 on the road. You're up by 10 here at home as she misses the second. Bruner comes away with the rebound. Rattlers will trot it into the front court. Bruner gets it back in the high left elbow. She kicks it off to Albert Neha, far side, who pops it and drops it from downtown. Kaylani Albert Neha, the second to double figures with a dozen points. Segerman back. Segerman wildly off the backboard. She wanted that quick answer back and didn't get it. 56-49, 35 seconds to go in the quarter. 9-second differential shot clock, game clock. Rattlers have the error to begin with the ball in quarter number 4. Albert Neha, left side of the lane. Gives it off near side. Pastor pops it and drops it. Pastor, the third Rattler in double figures now with the 11, and NJC can hold for a final shot. Up 56-52. Near side three. Segerman doesn't go. Daniela Garcia-Gasco gets the rebound and the putback to go home. 20 points through 3 quarters for the Northeastern Plainswoman sophomore. And in the midst of that rebound, Deshane Bruner looks like she may have wore an elbow or a shoulder or a piece of a jersey off the eye. She will exit, so the Rattlers will have 4.2 to go the length of the floor, down 6. Plainswoman will put guards in the backcourt. Albert Neha runs it past the stride. 3 up, doesn't go. 58-52, NJC over Otero. 10 more minutes to go on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. We had to quarter number 4 back inside the Bank of Colorado Events Center. 58-52. NJC with the lead over the Otero Rattlers. I'm Ben Blecka. Welcome back into the Bank of Colorado Events Center. 3 in double figures for NJC, led by Daniela Garcia-Gasco, who has 19 now. I think they changed one of her threes to a 2. 11. Otero with the basketball. Kaylani Albert Neha will walk it into the front court and set the offense up. Lang on instead of Bruner after the injury to the face. She's still there. Lang knocks the bucket down, and Otero back within 4. 58-54. Veronica Beret setting the offense up, this time up the floor for NJC. Right corner, Daniela Garcia-Gasco out to Sena. Corner, Segerman. Baseline drive. Tried to get the seal off from Riley Phelps and fumbled the basketball away. Daniela Garcia-Gasco getting on Aspen Autry. And a 30-second timeout. That's Otero's last timeout, according to the board. That they'll extend to the media timeout here in the fourth quarter. So Otero won't have a timeout the remainder of this game if the board is correct. I mean, there's always the caveat that the board is not correct. But without a timeout, that means you can't challenge. You can't stop the clock. There's no orange tabs next to the Otero Rattlers on the scoreboard, so that could dramatically change this game. in what's a very close game. You don't have the ability to advance the ball into the front court in the closing minutes. NJC will bring Madison Cepeda back in with 4 fouls. At least that's what the board showed when she picked up the foul in the third quarter. A walk into the front court for Ariadna Pastor as she'll set the offense up. Pastor gives it off to Brooklyn Kaiser. Out to Albert Neha. Off a screen. She pulls in from 10 and knocks it in. Kaylani Albert Neha now with 14, and Otero's back within 2. Quick sprint up for the Plainswomen from Cepeda. She'll trail it off to Garcia Gasco and go down. No foul called in spite of the protest from the Plainswomen bench. Phelps pump 3, far corner. Pulls in from 10 and knocks it in. Riley Phelps has double-doubled tonight. 10 points, 10 rebounds. 4th Plainswomen in double figures. 60-56. Quick sprint up in the lane. A foul. If that's Madison Cepeda, she's done. Kaylani Albert Neha was driving in. And that is 4. So I only had her for 3 on that last one. The board showed 4, but it was indeed 3. So that's why she's back on and able to remain on with 8:36 to go. And 2 free throws for Kaylani Albert Neha. Rattlers 3 of 6 from the free throw line, 4 of 7 as she knocks in the first. Albert Neha has been averaging 20 since she came back to the lineup post-Christmas break, 15 tonight. Had 24 the first time these two teams played. She buries the second. Otero back within 2. 8:35 to go in quarter number 4. All walked into the front court. For the Plainswomen, far side, Daniela Garcia Gasco dumps corner. Cepeda from downtown. Yes, sir! Madison Cepeda with 14 now for the Plainswomen. 63-58. Rattlers into the lane. Scoop shot up and under from their first half leading scorer, Brooklyn Kaiser. And she will head to the line on Monique Senna's first foul this evening. 8:09 to go in the fourth quarter. Kaiser can't get the first free throw to go. She had the only free throw attempts in the first half. Second goes. 13 points now in the contest for Brooklyn Kaiser. 8 to go, 63-59 NJC. Feed toward the high post. Segerman gets her pocket pick. That's the 7th turnover for her, all in the second half. Near side 3 up, no good. And the rebound down by Monique Senna off the miss from Ariadna Pastor. Senna walks the floor. Daniela Garcia Gasco drives by. Right side of the lane, high off the window, doesn't go. Albert Neha comes down with her 9th rebound of the game. Looking to run the floor, push out in front to the hoop for a layup. Haley Lang goes. 4 in this quarter. Rattlers within 2, 7.5 to go. Riley Phelps in front of her own bench, far side, top of the key. Senna back to Phelps from downtown. Hammers, doesn't go. Segerman gets the rebound, and then it's punched out of her hands and out of bounds. So an extension of the possession by the Plainswomen's hard work on the glass. Back on comes Veronica Beret, replacing Becca Segerman. V will inbound to the right of the hoop. In to Garcia Gasco. Out to Beret. She'll put up a 3. Hammers rim. Doesn't go in. Albert Neha with a double-double now as she pulls down the 10th rebound. 2-point game. 7 to go. Rattlers run it into the front court, and there's Veronica Beret with another steal. Her 4th of the game. Plainswomen have gotten on the defensive pressure tonight. 10 steals. They only average 7 a game this year. Timeout by Bronson Moton with 6:54 to go, leading by 2. We'll take a full timeout, or is it a 30? It is a 30. Timeout on the Eastern Plains Sports Network, brought to you by Sterling Health Foods. Still open and still in the business of your best health. They'll keep you healthy this winter season. When you're not feeling well, they got the supplements and a reward plan to make it affordable. Stop by south of Sterling on Highway 6. It hasn't been as solid of a second half for NJC as that first half was, but they've come up with the big plays in the big moments. And I think that's the exciting thing to see for this team. You remember the growth this team had last year. I mean, they got hot, made it all the way to the quarterfinals after the abysmal start. And this year, well, they didn't have the win-losses that I think you might like. I thought they played well, and so now that marginal improvement from starting at a higher floor this year has really given us a team that I think can contend with some of the best inside this region this year. Plainswomen basketball out of the timeout, 6:50 to go. Daniela Garcia-Gasco, 10 on the shot clock. Gives it to Beret, back to Garcia-Gasco. The bank not open. Long rebound is pulled away by Pastor. Garcia-Gasco would normally go after that, but had to break back defensively to prevent the break for the Rattlers. Drive in the lane, 2 no good. Offensive rebound down by Kaiser. For 3 in the lead, it doesn't go, and Sena comes away with the board for the Plainswomen. Still 63-61 in JC. 6:20 to go, and an offensive foul by Monique Sena as she lowered the shoulder and flattened Aspen Autry. 4th foul on the Plainswomen in this 4th quarter, so Otero will be getting a crack at the line at it. Next whistle. Walk into the front court for the Rattlers from Ibai Bariagba. Ibai Bariagba gets it into the corner from Kaiser. Dribbles back out up top, switches, drops to Kaiser for 3 in the lead. She knocks it in. Brooklyn Kaiser hammers it, and the lead over to Otero, 64-63. This is an 8-0 run. Madison Cepeda runs it into the front court. Monique Sena trails it out up top for Veronica Beret. Beret back to Sena. Skips near side for Cepeda. Into Garcia-Gasco, 2 no good. Riley Phelps rebound mauled as she goes back up. Riley Phelps is the 11th rebound of the night. Will put her at the line. Pick up the 2nd foul on Candela Roy Ibayar Biagba. And Riley Phelps hasn't been to the line tonight, but has doubled. Expect the double-double from Daniela Garcia-Gasco. That hadn't always been the case for Riley Phelps, but 11 and 11. Garcia-Gasco 20 and 11, 19 on the official board. Second free throw for Riley Phelps goes in, and NJC has the lead. It's a dozen points for Riley Phelps as Dejanay Bruner comes in for the Otero Rattlers. She replaces Albert Neha. 65-64, 5.5 to go in the 4th. Ibai Ariagba, top of the key, near side for Pastor. Reins it in. Ariadna Pastor with 14 now, and the lead back over to the Otero Rattlers on our 8th lead change tonight. 67-65, 5:16 to go. Veronica Beret entry pass, tipped out of bounds by the Otero defense. Albee inbound off the baseline. Near corner, Veronica Beret hammers the rim, doesn't go. Rebound is collected by Madison Cepeda off the offensive glass. Dejanay Bruner picks up foul 2, 2nd foul on the Otero Rattlers. Beret pushes it into Cepeda for 15, hammers and doesn't drop, and Pastor comes away with the rebound. Looking to run, Plainswomen back once again. Offensive foul. Veronica Beret takes the 4th charge of the night for the Northeastern Plainswomen and forces the change on the arrow. Ibai Ariagba is now 3 fouls on her docket. And Madison Cepeda runs it into the front court. Cepeda on the penny logo, hands it off to Daniela Garcia-Gasco. Monique Sena near side for Veronica Beret. Beret to Garcia-Gasco. Baseline. Trips out. Veronica. High post. Riley Phelps. Ball stolen away. Looks a quick run for the Otero Rattlers. Beret and Garcia-Gasco back. Prevent the break. The secondary also denied thanks to the addition of Cepeda. Now forced into the half court for the Otero Rattlers. Drop into Bruner. Rattlers up by 2, 4:20 to go. Bruner tosses back out up top for Arguello. Arguello whips it baseline past door 3. Nothing but nothing. Madison Cepeda comes down with the rebound, and the Plainswomen will run the floor after the ball is tipped. Sena picks it up and pushes back with 4 to go. Far corner, Sena for 3. Yes! Monique Sena reins it in, and NJC retakes the lead. 68-67, 3:54 to go, back in 60 on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Northeastern Plainswomen lead 68-67 as we welcome you back to the Bank of Colorado Event Center. 3 minutes and 54 seconds remaining in quarter number 4 from the Plainswomen trying to get back even at 4-4 in Region 9 South play. Rattlers with the ball. NJC still has one timeout left. Rattlers are devoid. Near the top of the key, Albert Neha came in on that timeout. She will be covered by Veronica Beret. Near side, Ibai Bariagba. Drives right side of the lane. Drops it off in the lane. The 2 off iron doesn't go. Rebound down by Riley Phelps. She has a dozen tonight. Veronica Beret walks it up and sets the offense up. Daniela Garcia-Gasco driving at Riley Phelps. Off the baseline, drops it to Phelps. Can't get it to go. How about another rebound that she also can't get to go? Riley Phelps couldn't drop the bucket to put NJC up 3. Albert Neha near side. She rains a 3 off the rim that doesn't go. And the rebound down by Daniela Garcia-Gasco. Under 3 to go. Plainswomen walk it forward. Sena past the stripe to Veronica Beret. Beret. Back off, Sena, high post, Garcia-Gasco, 17-footer, down and in. Veronica Beret knocks it through. 70-67, NJC, 2:40 remaining in the fourth quarter. Ball stolen away by Veronica Beret. That's 5 steals from Beret. The Plainswomen run it up and look to set it up. On the near side, pass from Cepeda, stolen away by Albert Neha, running the floor to the hoop, and a layup up and good by Arguello. Back to a 1-point game, 70-69. Drive down the heart of the lane, scoop shot from Cepeda won't drop. The rebound is pulled down. Ball be walked up for the Rattlers, looking to take the lead with 2 to go. Left wing, Albert Neha. Tosses far side, Ibai Bariagba. She goes in the lane. That's some frequent flyer miles. 2.5% cash back on all flights from United. She's getting 2.5% back about 4 times over there. 1:49 to go. Plainswomen still up 70-69. Ball trot into the front court. Near the top of the key, shot off the mark, no good from Daniela Garcia-Gasco. Rattlers with the rebound, they'll run up. Top drop, Albert Neha in the lane, off the window, will not go. Rebound fought for by Brooklyn Kaiser. She will drop it off in the lane, and the Rattlers lay it up and in from Arguello. It's 71-70 Otero. Daniela Garcia-Gasco into the front court. Off to Veronica Beret. Danny near side, Sena from downtown. It's off the mark, and the rebound, she chases her own down. She pulls up from 10 in the lane and knocks it in. You miss the first, you get the second, you get the lead back. 72-71, and a timeout by Bronson Moton. Western Engineering Consultants provides big firm product. With a small firm relationship, visit westerneci.com for more information. There's a lot of players that have done a lot of things, and we've still got 56.7 seconds remaining, so you can't say who the hero of the game is going to be. With 4 in double figures, though, there's one player to me that has stood out tonight as the consistent threat across the board, and that's Riley Phelps. Phelps this evening with 12 points with 13 rebounds. She's been everything the team has needed in all capacities of the game. Yes, Veronica Beret's been great defensively, 5 steals, 6 points. Yes, Madison Cepeda drilled those big threes in the third quarter for the Plainswomen. She has 14, and Daniela Garcia-Gasco, she's not scored in this fourth quarter. She's 20 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists, and 4 steals. Like, they've all done their job, but Riley doing her job to the level that she's done it tonight is my player of the game. I don't know who the team will name, but my player of the game is Riley Phelps, brought to you by Premier Farm Credit. Eastern Colorado's a way of life, credit and related services more than 100 years. Visit PremierACA.com for more. Neither team has a timeout, as that was NJC's final timeout. 1 point game with 50 seconds left. Drive far side for the Otero Rattlers. Out up top, Albert Neha pumps and then drives in the lane. Kick near corner. Kaiser for 3 in the lead. Kisses rim. Doesn't go in. Daniela Garcia-Gasco down with the rebound. And a steal for the Otero Rattlers is procured by Haley Lang, much to the dismayment of the NJC bench. Daniela Garcia-Gasco was just trying to turn clear of the defenders and got the ball punched out of her hands. Danny then gets tagged with the foul off the turnover, so it's Otero basketball. 72-71 NJC, and the officials are getting all their ears full from the fans. Inbound pass into the lane. 2 dropped, baseline, scoop shot. Lang, who got the steal, gets the lead. But 28.3 seconds remaining. Lang with 9, and we're going to the table because the clock did not stop. So NJC, with the shot clock off, will have the final look at this. Now, I have a system in Bleckatology presented by Agricultural Accounting. You're a producer, not an accountant. Visit eggman.co and set up your consultation today. I have a system I developed back in college called the Scott system. It's the statistical calculation of 2 teams. You plug all the numbers in, and it says, home versus road, last 5, previous meeting, all of that. The score it kicked out in this game was Otero 71, NJC 70. As it's scored right now, it's Otero 73, NJC 72. Once they get everything put together, they pulled the bucket off the board. Now they put it back on. So it is a 1 point game. Otero 73, NJC 72, 29.7 seconds remaining. So they added a second and a half to the clock. And NJC will inbound. Veronica Beret inbounding to Cepeda, who will bring it up, and Ariagba commits the foul. That's the 4th foul. That is not a bad foul. Goal for the steal. No timeouts. So NJC had to use that review to draw up what they're going to do. Cepeda will walk it up. Off a screen from Riley Phelps to Daniela Garcia-Gasco. 15 seconds remaining. Right side of the lane, pulls up. Shot does not go. Rebound. Out of bounds. Last touch by Madison Cepeda, and Bronson Moton incensed. With 10.6 seconds remaining, did they call a foul? They called a foul on Daniela Garcia-Gasco. And Bronson Moton just got teed up. Even if both free throws were made here, or were made there on the foul, or did they tee up Daniela Garcia-Gasco? Or did they tee two up? Did Daniela Garcia-Gasco get teed up for protesting the lack of a foul call? And then Bronson Moton got teed up after. So Albert Neha misses the first of what appears to be Daniela Garcia-Gasco's technical free throws. Second goes in, so make it 74-72. Now Bronson Moton's 2 technical free throws. First one goes in, up to a 3-point game. And the second goes, and now NJC has to foul to extend this game. They were up by 1, 72-71. Had a turnover that looked to be a foul on Otero. Then looked like Daniela Garcia-Gasco got fouled on the shot. And a turnover for Otero with 7.5 seconds left. Sena tried to take the charge on Albert Neha. So it's NJC ball back, but now down 4 thanks to 3 of 4 technical free throws. Toss in will come to Cepeda. Cepeda runs it past the stripe to Sena. Sena puts it up from 25. It won't go, and with 0.2 seconds left, a beautiful basketball game. Absolutely beautiful basketball game, marred by the final minute of this. Otero takes the win, beating NJC 76-72. They scored 24 in the final quarter, led by Brooklyn Kaiser on the evening with 16. 3 Rattlers in double figures. Plainswomen had 4 in double figures. Monique Sena with 16. Daniela Garcia-Gasco with 20. Madison Cepeda with 14. And our player of the game, Riley Phelps, with a double-double tonight. 12 points, 13 rebounds. Northeastern Plains men basketball and the Otero Rattlers coming up in 20 minutes. So stay tuned. It's Northeastern basketball on the Eastern Plains Sports Network.